to this edition of Manifest Wisely, where we are trying to get a hold of ourselves, right? I've had some really weird messages earlier in the day, guys. I might have to do a separate video for that. It depends on how this channeling goes, if it's okay, if I get the message that's okay to talk about here during this reading. But I am going to pull some conversation cards, and I will also do some tarot. So I am being led to start with the tarot today. So let's get into that. Funny, bottom of the deck, El Diablo. How funny indeed. So, yeah. What's that song? Chains. My baby's got me wrapped up in chains. And they ain't the kind that you can see. So you may have some kind of invisible thread you feel like to somebody in your life. Could be a former partner or just an energy in general. Okay, maybe you feel a certain connection to a person, place, or thing. Okay. So let's see what we have today. I'm going to keep the tarot pull fairly short, I think, because we're also going to do the conversation deck. All right. And I really want the cards to help clarify some of these downloads that I was receiving and what's okay to be shared here. So let's see. Again, this is a general collective reading. So if you are in need of a personal reading, please do seek out a personal reading from somebody. I feel like local readers are pretty good at that when you can find them. The Queen of Pentacles here, collective, appearing very strong. Capricorn season as well. We are in now. Thinking ahead for the next year and what we want to achieve. The Queen of Pentacles is very goal oriented, right? Goal oriented and family focused. And wow, look who showed up again, El Diablo. So I think for some of you, you may have gone through some kind of separation or divorce where, your contribution was not appreciated. So take that male or female energy. However, this is the Queen of Pentacles who appeared first, very strong. Okay. So, yeah, and I feel like this figure is kind of, how do I say, and yeah, El Diablo is Capricorn as well. So we are in Capricorn season. But I feel like this could be a separation from somebody. So even if you as a Queen of Pentacles are a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, yeah, you may be separated from this person. And I feel like this person has this like kind of sheepish, like, yeah, they know they messed up. They don't know how to fix it. And here they are now, kind of not being able to hide what has happened. Okay. It's just very apparent. All right. Yeah. And I feel like this person may have wanted to be like, oh, let your hair down. You're so, you know what I mean? Because you look at a Queen of Pentacles, she's very well put together, probably, well dressed, but maybe kind of conservative. You know what I mean? Like, not, she ain't twerking down the highway. Okay. You know what I mean? And this person, part of the reason you were separated from them is because they wanted you to be all like, oh, well, let your hair down, let it loose, let it, let it, let it. And now what they're in is a field of mess because they went with somebody who did that, right? And you're back here like, yeah, I'm kind of good on that. I had my wild times, or maybe you're just somebody who chose not to engage in toxic behaviors, like, God forbid, right? Like, and for some reason, this person thought you were prudish. Well, look who's winning now, right? This Queen of Pentacles looks very secure to me. Okay. Oh. Um, the Four of Cups. Yes. So I feel like collective for many of you, this is going to be entering a time of healing for yourself, obviously for this other person as well that decided to engage in this toxic behavior. Okay, that you might be kind of like seeing their karma play out. You might be hearing their hearing about the consequences of their toxic behaviors, right? Um but that's not your fault, collective. You have, just because you separated from them and decided to focus on your well-being, right? You put yourself first here, right? And that's what they have to do now. So, even though it may like sadden you, it may remind you of old times or something like that, hearing about this person, right? Remember where the focus needs to be, because without that focus, nothing else gets accomplished, because this person was not there focusing on you, right? They were focusing on this legacy of toxicity. And now they have to parade around in it, basically. So, yeah. I wouldn't want to be that person. No, indeed. All right. I feel like some people are like, ooh, it's a sigh of relief. And the thing is, it's like this person was extra thirsty for all of this. And it's like the dogs are barking, the hounds are circling. They are not, yeah, the judge has spoken. I heard, they're not getting out of this, right? It's almost like the old days. And what are those? Was it in the, yeah, I don't know that it was the Middle Ages, but like the Shakespearean days, and they used to or the early colonialists, right? They used to put people in the village square and, kind of publicly shame them. That's kind of what's happening now, but in a spirited manner, okay, where you don't have anything to do with this collective, because like I said, it's like over here you're kind of like minding your business, and what's happening, yeah, it's like this meteor's happening behind you, and and somebody was like, oh, did you see that? And you're like, what? Okay. And now then you're hearing about, like, then you're hearing all the reports, right? Because you're minding your business, right? That's the beauty of it all with the Queen of Pentacles, right? She's not worried about what everybody else goes on, right? Okay. So yeah. Especially if for some reason somebody else had Capricorn in their chart as well. And they thought, especially if you are a Capricorn, they thought for some reason that you were going to be like them. They were sorely mistaken. And again, now they have to, it's like put up or shut up time, right? So, it's like, isn't this is what you wanted? So, okay. It almost reminds me of some people getting married, right? But it's like they don't really like each other kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of giving me that like some sense of, public appearance out of obligation. But again, this is what this person wanted. Yeah. And the thing is, one of these other people could have like entered into this kind of like, yeah, I mean, but at their level. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. All right, moving on. What's in the outcome, please? Oh boy. Yeah, I feel like whoever this person is, that this person, regardless of their motives, this person that entered into this toxic thing with them looked at this person as their savior. And now they're also finding out, like, no, that's not actually happening either. Right? Like, yeah. And yeah, Capricorn is a very hardworking sign. So they're like, what? Well, I have to work? Huh? And it's like, well, isn't this what you wanted? You wanted to be with this person, right? Okay. Temperance card, patience for the collective, also Sagittarius. So, you know, in the outcome here. So do check your signs and your in the positions. Okay, do check both systems. You got, you know, your Western and your Vedic. Okay. So if you are born under Capricorn sun sign, you may actually be a Sagittarius rising, is what I want to let you know. Okay. And Sagittarians are not ones to sit and wait for something to happen. That's why it's called, it says the doorway here. They are the ones stepping forward, making it happen, taking their gifts, using them wisely. What is this channel? Manifest wisely. If you like the channel, please do subscribe or like the video today. All right. If you like these messages, yeah, that's the spirit of it. You're starting to tell yourself the truth, right? It's like, look at the work that I was able to do. Like, I can be proud of that. Nobody else did that for me, right? Whereas here it's like this person thought this other person was going to do it for them, and it's like, and then that was now that's kind of their shame, right? To hold up in front of everybody and say, yeah, it didn't work out that way, right? But they're not letting go either. So that's their cross to bear in the situation. So again, I feel like this self-love component here is going to be very important for you coming up, especially if for some reason this is somebody that you might end up seeing around. Maybe you share custody of somebody, or you know, whatever it is, like where, or you work at the same office or something. You know, there's that old saying, don't shit where you eat, you know, because yeah, there are consequences, right? And to be honest, these people had no problem shitting on you when they were up to their toxicity. So the fact that they're in their eyeballs up to shit, right? Like, you're kind of like, who cares? I'm getting back to my list of things to do today that involve me and the betterment of myself, not, you know, entering into the downward spiral of these people just because somebody thought Capricorn meant El Diablo rules. Like, are you that freaking stupid? And you call yourself a tarot reader? Here it comes. Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. All right, this is part of the message. This is part of the download I was getting earlier. Because part of the reason for this relationship is because somebody here claims to know and understand things, right? But you know, there's the literal, and then okay. Yeah. They have an intuition, all right, but it's pointed towards the downward spiral. Okay. And someone else blindly followed them, but they did so because they were also engaging in toxic behaviors, right? So they really did deserve each other on this path. Yeah, and it definitely involves that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, it keeps you up all night, makes you go all night long. Right? Please. Please. Oh boy, some of these yokels wouldn't know what to do with it if they had it on a silver platter. Okay. Just look at history. Just look at history. I am going to get a little clarification on this tarot since the rest of that message started coming out. I believe that means it's okay to share. So, and like I said, if this is resonating with you and you need more information, you may need to reach out to a personal reader, okay? A local, you know, do a local reading, because this is a collective message, all right? The world card here, yeah, it's like I feel like it's like you're in your own little world, collective. You're just, yeah, see, this is it. It's exactly like this. It's exactly like this. This is what they want you to be, and you are so not, right? Like what I see here, collective, is if this is you, your eyes are actually closed and you have this like painted on your eyelids. And you're actually sleeping. But like the Nine of Swords is that, oh, can't sleep, restless, anxiety. That's them because they're guilt ridden over the dumb stuff they've been up to. And they know it's time to pay the piper. Yeah, this is not Smurf Village anymore. There's no fa la 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 taking your butt out of here to comfy cereal town anymore. You got to get your own cereal, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crunch on that. Crunch on that. Please. Woo! Positively 4th Street, channeled song, right? Thank you. Oh, yeah. So, collective, this could also be, like a very close friend or family member, where you're just like, look, I'm not engaging in this. I'm not helping you anymore. Wherever this money I'm giving you is going to, I'm not doing it. Like, whatever it is, right? Again. And now that you're not going to be helping them, it's like, oh, now everybody's going to find out what they've been up to. And in the meantime, I feel like collective, you're like, plan. Yes. 4 of Wands, you're like planning the dance here, like, yeah. You're taking that betrayal and turning it into, that's exactly what I don't want. I want literally the opposite. See, this is where people be just flipping over cards and being like, oh, it's the 4 of Wands. That means this no. Okay. Stay in your lane, people. Everybody goes through learning curve, all right, but I'm just saying. And that is part of the reason, again, why somebody got into this situation. Because when you have 2 addicts, one's addicted to and the other is addicted to, and money's involved, well, people are liable to say anything. They will make up anything to keep the candy coming. Right? Yeah, they thought they were going to be entering Candyland with you. Maybe you make your own candy. I don't know. You might. Not everybody bakes like people used to. I love home baked candies and cookies and all that stuff. Yeah, it's just all of this toxic stuff is it's the antithesis. It's not where you want to be. It's not where you see yourself. They want you thinking that you're missing out on something. Meanwhile, you're getting your freaking beauty rest over here. You're like, I got my hands full. And it's not with hookers and blow, right? Like, you got bigger fish to fry, collective. Literally. Almost looks like she's like by the fresh river here. I mean, can life get any sweeter for this? I don't know, huh? Come on now. Get with the program. And that's the problem, collective. They thought they could. On you. you're going to be celebrated. That's part of their karma. Okay. To see you celebrating, to see you not deterred by their toxicity, right? Yeah. It's like a big paradigm shift, okay? Um so I think as well, like a lot of you, you're not worried about running into this person or anything, and that might be why this came out. Like people are worried like about your reaction or something, but in the meantime you've been getting you've been getting your rest, you know. So yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, collective, you have been working on your manifestations as well. Okay. So I believe it's coming up soon, our next new moon. Okay. So if you haven't yet, think about what you want to be manifesting in terms of abundance. All right. You started out with the Queen of Pentacles. Here's an Ace of Pentacles. Let's maintain it, right? Okay. Yeah. I feel like this opportunity, it's like, yeah, you've been working towards it. I'm hearing the dream a little dream of me. Wow. And Ace of Cups. Maybe that's ooh. So you could have some big changes coming through when it comes to love, when it comes to your abundance. Somebody could be helping you manifest abundance in the future. Because for a lot of you, I'm getting this single person vibe that's coming through here. Or maybe you were married at one time and you're not anymore, or you know, and it's not that you're, or maybe you know your partner passed on or something. It's not that you're against it, it's just, you know, you've been steadfast in what you've been working towards. All right. Okay. And I feel like that's why you're getting this reward here, because you're focusing on the correct way to nurture yourself. And for a lot of you out there, it's having this stable home connection. All right. You know, maybe you're somebody that used to move a lot and you're just like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be here or here. You know what I mean? Like you, maybe, you know, whatever it is. So that could be something to be paying attention to. So I'm not saying you're transient, but like maybe if you're somebody who is like a road warrior, you know, you travel like 6 months out of the year, or you know, like you know, 2 weeks out of the office, 2 weeks back in, whatever it is. You know, that may be changing for you. Is kind of, I'm getting that message. All right. So that's going to open up some new doors for you to follow into your passions, right? So if for some reason a collective, you haven't been able, you know, maybe you really like knitting and you just haven't been able to do that lately. You know, don't worry, you're going to have time. Okay? Cuz you're going to get signs that kind of tell you that it's time to like it's going to be like a meditative practice. I feel like, oh my gosh, meditative practice. High priest, hello. So for some of you, this could be literal meditation. This could be church community work, or spiritual, you know, community type work. I'm not going to say it's only within, you know, this construct or that construct. Okay. If you're watching this reading, that means your mind is likely open enough to understand. Okay. Yeah. And for some of you, collective, the reason why you are going to be doing this is because you had some kind of experience where you saw the other side. Okay. The doorway appeared, it was open to you, and then it's like, like you had this kind of, for lack of a better term, a religious experience. Some people might call it a near-death experience. Okay. You could have experienced a miracle, whatever it is. Okay. But it's leading you to tap into this more than, say, you did previously. Okay. And not due to lack of faith necessarily. I would say more it's about individual experience. All right. So, yeah, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, if you are in a specific type of religious community or something, or maybe, you're around people that just don't have much faith in, higher powers in general, whatever, you might have to, or maybe you're part of the scientific community where it's like, no, there has to be an explanation for this. There has to be an explanation for that. Blah, blah, blah. There's something here that you're going to have to undo this conditioning. All right. But it's already within you. That's the part here where the rose is already here. But yes, maybe you lived through this experience and it tapped into your, out of your faith a little bit. And this experience, and then your friend had this happen to them, and then it was like, yeah, it's like there was no way out, but really, once you confront these things, collective, this is going to start unfolding. And that is exactly why you have not only the Ace of Cups, but the Ace of Pentacles right here coming to you. Okay. So likely this is something that, if you're manifesting new opportunities and abundance, if you're manifesting new love and emotional stability, okay, think about that as we come forward. All right. Yeah, you may be hearing about so-and-so. You may be seeing so-and-so out on a date, acting happy and whatever. Maybe they are. I don't know. But I think collective, you have moved on to the point of, it's just not in your wheelhouse to care. Because that's kind of how they kicked it to you, right? They were okay with raining on your parade, and you're like, actually, I have just the right amount of rain over here. I am right as rain. Right? The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain. Pygmalion, check it out. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, somebody thought they could toot their own horn and get you all riled up. But they're finding out. They're finding out. Yeah. We need a hero, right? Right, but you're the hero. You decided to be the hero of your own life with the Strength card here. You're like, well, the weather is only 20 degrees outside. I'm stuck in this car in the ditch. Nobody's stopping to help me. I guess I'm just going to have to get out and walk the rest of the way home. Good for you. You made a decision. You made a decision to control, right, the outcome here, right? And, maybe it took a little patience. Maybe it took a little courage. Maybe, you had to walk through that door. Maybe your feet got wet. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right? It's part of life, right? But now that your feet are wet, you are experienced, right? And that's why you come up as this like boss babe energy, okay? Yeah, this hair got teased and set there in a minute or two. You know what I mean? She ain't just unwrapping it and unriling it for anybody. Come on now, have some sense. Have some sense about yourself. Oh, I see. You thought you were the, oh. Well, now everybody gets to see how hot you are. El Diablo knows. All right, conversation cards. We're getting in. Oh, they pictured what a life with you would look like. Well, it's not in El Diablo hell, right? And that's what they might be experiencing right now, because whoever they chose these activities with, yeah, that's kind of how they're feeling. They're because they're starting to feel the consequences of their toxicity. You know what I mean? It's like this person did not make this, these decisions in a vacuum either. And a lot of it may have even been their idea, right? And then they want to be like, it's like, nobody, no, we're not doing that. Go seek help professionally, right? go get that reading from somebody. You might need it face to face from somebody. You know what I mean? You might need that little sesh with your pastor face to face. You might need that little sesh with a certified counselor face to face. Okay. You know what I mean? Because you get lost in the echo chamber long enough, and yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing that Alice Cooper song. I'm 18. I can do what I want. 18, right? So that's kind of how this person was acting, like, oh, well, I'm an adult and I can do that. But really what they were doing was acting like a very irresponsible, young, almost teenage-ish, right? Because a lot of us are not running out there and doing all the things that we did when we were 18 years old, right? Because we already did that, right? Some people be like, yeah, I don't need to do that again. I already did that. I'm good. Anyway, invest. Yeah. So if you are this Queen of Pentacles, investing in your home, your finances, your abundance has paid off. This could be your home related. This could be finances. Maybe you're some kind of Bitcoin millionaire. I don't know. I'm not going to get into any crazy details of something like that. Right. But yeah, and I feel like people have wanted you to feel unstable for some reason, and you're just not, right? So just keep doing what you're doing, because it's like it's paying off for you. Yeah, the time is up on these other people. Also, if you are invested in things that are time sensitive, like maybe a certificate of deposit or something, you might want to check when it's expiring. All right. A lot of banks have those and stuff like that. Okay. Somebody says, I want to be married again. Yeah. And it could be this person that decided to partner up with Mr. and Miss Toxic here. Okay. The thing is, collective, the way that they do it is not the way that you wanted to do it, right? So even if you have been married previously, like, don't fret. There may be somebody who actually sees eye to eye with you yet. Right. But obviously it's not everybody. And this person was more of a taking the easy route. But then again, they had somebody that was easily manipulated because they had addictions, and so did they. One has a drug addiction, the other has a sex addiction, and they both have an addiction to spending money. Well, who wins? Who wins? Right? And you saw that for what it was. It's like, okay, honey, like going to the casino is fine, but I don't want to go there every night, right? I don't want to go there and lose our mortgage payment, right? You know, it's these kind of things where it's just out of control. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's like, married to what? Chaos? Filth? Uh, eh. And I don't care what religion tells you that you have to be entrapped in that. Like, that's your job to clean up if you ain't the person making that mess. Now, come on now. Hello. Hello. It's the year of personal accountability 2025. Check it out. Right? Time to wipe your own butt, Mr. King, whoever you think you are, right? I'm the king of this castle. Good, you can start by wiping your ass. Take out the trash while you're at it. Jesus. You want to be married again so you can what? Try and boss somebody around? So I can be the king. King of what? King of nothing. You ain't got nothing. Nothing from nothing is nothing. You better have something if you want to be with me. All right, Billy Preston knows what he's talking about. This is not a foreign concept, is it? No, it isn't. And they thought, oh, well, there's this happy ending, but now I can just turn around. No. All right. Remember how God banished Moses from entering because he threw the pitcher of water down too hard or whatever? And he's like, but I came all this way. Yeah. He's like, yeah, but now you cannot enter, but you can see it. I mean, you know. And let me tell you, these people and these toxic behaviors did a heck of a lot more than just smash down a pitcher of water. Okay? It's like they let the whole ocean out into outer space. And then they're like, all right. Oh, my mercy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, collective, and you're tired of fighting with it, right? Yeah, you would be like, boop, I'm out of here. This literally came up. This was part of my download. So the movie Ghost, okay. So again, part of this too, this person trying to convince somebody like from the so there's the male manipulation side, all right, and then there's the female manipulation side. And part of what this person was doing was saying, because they were just making up anything, right? Because they wanted the drugs, they wanted the money, they wanted the status, they wanted the power, they wanted, and collective, potentially they wanted to make you look bad. So they were doing this, right? So it's like that movie Ghost, where she pretends to be giving the people the information, and then it's like, all right, for another 20, another 20, and she's just making it up, right? But unlike the movie, what had happened was, instead, the real Queen of Pentacles was revealed, right? And it was perhaps revealed during this last full moon cycle to a lot of people. A lot of people. Yeah. And yeah. So, yeah. I mean, anybody can flip over cards, right? But, you know, it's kind of like when I was working in the corporate world. It's like, yeah, you can read a report with numbers, but what is the story behind the numbers, right? What do those numbers mean? It's interpretive data. Oh. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, but it's like, joke's on them, right? For trying to fool whoever. Uh-huh. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Mm-hmm. Cash grab. That's what they were doing it for. I can't make it up. Can't make it up. They're looking at you. They're looking at you, and maybe this is something where you are intuitive. Maybe you are some kind of mentor to people collective. So this person thought that they could do this and get like cash for it, or like I was saying before, drugs, sex, status, whatever, right? Hmm. Yeah, you could be telling these people to, like, I don't know what you want from me because you've already moved on, right? You're stepping into the new game. You know, they're in the old game, the old paradigm, right? You know, they're knocking on your door. You're like, sorry, I can't answer right now. I have my cucumbers on my eyes and the hot towel around my feet and just very unbothered with it all, where it's like now you're starting to unlearn and unravel and unwrap all this stuff because it's like, why are these people hovering? Why do they not want to see this rose bloom, right? It's like they're trying to escape their karma. And yeah, so yeah, this might be your kind of aura to them right now, spiritually, like, and from a protection standpoint. All right. And also, collective, make sure if you are doing work with somebody that they are correctly compensating you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, especially if that's this person, whoever this is, you're like, I can't date that. No, I'm sorry. You're like, my standards do not allow that in life. And that's why you're going to be rewarded here, collective. Again, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of message that you're after, right? You're like, I'm looking for happiness, I'm looking for contentment, I'm looking for peace, tranquility, right? Let's go ahead get some Moonology here, and should be it for today. I hope everyone has enjoyed their weekend thus far, and if you are celebrating any holidays, merry, happy holidays to you. Okay. Is there like a 8 days of Hanukkah song, like there's the 12 days of Christmas? You know, like 5 golden rings. It's like the only part everybody knows, right? And then there's the partridge in a pear tree. Okay. All right, collective. Birds may also be significant for you, the animal kingdom. Okay. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Yeah. People thought you were going to be anxious. You're in your own world here, hammering it out day after day, right? You a bad MF. And that's where people don't understand. They're like, oh, I just thought that meant you were bad. No, you don't understand the slang. Again, it's like the literal card versus the intuition. Again, use discernment when watching these readings, even mine. All right. Okay. Meditate and contemplate. Yeah. So again, you may hear some news about this person, but what Spirit's wanting you to do is to focus on the messages that you need to be getting from Spirit. Okay. Just as what happened in the movie Ghost. It's like, so for some of you that might not be in touch with this, you might get these messages somehow. Usually what happens, I would say, to most people is it comes through in a dream state, um, oh, I had a dream about you, or you had a dream about a relative that's passed on or friend. It's very common. Okay. So don't be scared of that, collective. All right. It's literally Spirit wanting you to have that information so that you can contemplate further your direction, because when you get that message from that person, right, you're going to get the pieces together. Okay. Oh boy, communication is key, Gemini. Very interesting. I had a conversation with a Gemini today. So yeah, especially if this is like this, I don't know what you want from me, blah blah blah. When you're talking about your manifestations, what do you want for yourself, right? So yeah, communicating that not only to yourself, but then that gets out to the universe. Okay, that becomes your prayer, your wish, your dream. All right. One more, please. Nothing will come of this situation. Yeah, collective, I feel like, especially the people that have gotten wrapped up into some of these toxic behaviors, they have done so because there is a corrupt element behind it that greater than them, right, that's manipulating them. You know what I mean? These people are just being puppeted at this moment. Unfortunately, you may have gotten wrapped up with them at some point. But now that you are free from that and them, right, your entanglement with them, like, you don't have to worry what's going to come of their situation, or any conflicts that may have arisen, right? Yeah, because you're good enough moving forward on your own, right? You are not to blame. Okay. Right. It's like, you're holding the bag, but you're not holding this bag. Okay. And like I said, desperate people will do desperate things. They will say anything, especially if they are addicts, right? Oh yeah, I saw so and so with yeah, I think they might be. Oh, you got that for? Oh, thanks. Right? It's, they think they're trading favors with people, but they're just making crap up. Okay. That's why, collective, especially if you felt like you've been targeted or whatever, just that is part of that is just other people's jealousy, envy. There's 7 deadly sins, but the 8th one, and that's part of our own healing as well, and saying, you know what, I'm okay to take this bandage off and see what it looks like underneath. And you know what, that rose may bloom very beautifully, but if you don't, collective, you have the responsibility of giving it a chance as well, right? Because like they say, nobody's coming to save you, right? So if you're afraid to reveal yourself, don't. Because just like, there might be clouds that come in front of the moon every now and then, but it's still there, right? And then it came upon a midnight clear. How about that one? It came upon a midnight clear. Glorious something of old. Okay. Well, I think that's about it for us today. On the message sector, I did kind of get into that I was getting earlier about the corruption and stuff. And there's just, when you're in the physical world, even in the spirit world, there's always a battle between light and dark. Right. And many of us have been on that razor's edge. And unfortunately, some people slip and fall. And what they require is your help. And sometimes it's endless. Right. And you have to make a decision. Right. They could be like, I heard this about one of my family members. Oh, well, how come you're not giving so and so any money? Well, what did they do with all the money that they had already gotten? Okay. Oh, and they're still unemployed? Then how's that the collective's problem? And then some people be like, well, I don't want to work for anybody. Okay, then start your own business. It's easier than ever these days. Anybody with a cell phone can technically start their own business by doing something. All right. And some people just, like I said, this person here, they thought this other person was going to be their savior of them not having to do anything. Well, if you don't want to do anything in this life, like, maybe you need to rethink your purpose. But again, that's for them to figure out, collective, not you. Okay. So don't let that helping type thing, that over giving, kick in, especially if you do hear about say this person being in debt, owing people money. Oh, if I don't get this $5,000, the loan sharks are going to break my arm and then I really won't be able to work. Again, not your problem. I'm getting like Sammy Vegas vibes here. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you think you can do that in our casino, huh? Yeah, I'm just saying. That's the direction that these people have already been and wanted you to go. All right? So if you don't want to tell them to go to hell where they already are, I'll tell them for you. Go to hell. Piss off. Collective ain't doing that. We ain't doing that today. This may be the Sunday stew, but that doesn't mean you get to shit on my fucking front lawn like a goddamn fucking ignorant animal. All right, collective, please do like the video or subscribe to the channel. Keep these messages going. And until next time, please do manifest wisely. Bye-bye.